Lauren and Kyle with the honor of the Owatonna Ambassadors and the Owatonna Chamber of Commerce. We would like to welcome you to the Chamber of Commerce and welcome you to downtown Owatonna in your new venture. A lot of history in the building here in doing that, but we know we got the right person for the position. So thank you, great, best of luck. Tell us a little commercial about Kottke's and your plans.
Thank you for supporting us. We are excited, and as of right now, we don't have any new plans. We want to keep things as seamless as possible and keep the traditions alive.
Good for you.
Yes.
Questions from the team?
All right, tell us a little bit about your history with Kottke Jewelers, how you got to this point.
I started in 2010. I was hired in high school from Bill Kottke himself and worked here through high school. In college, I worked somewhat full-time depending on where I was at in college, and then kind of left and went to Winona State at one point and finished my degree, came back and did an internship here, and Kyle was transferring back here from a job out of Wisconsin, and so I was offered a full-time position as a store manager at that point, and it was just everything there just kind of clicked and was meant to be. And so from there, that was in 2015, I have managed since then and made that transition to ownership just at the beginning of the year.
I know I asked this before, but do you plan on making any big changes?
No. I feel like the Kottkes really helped, after Bill's passing, really bring this, uncovering some of the really historic beauties of our location, and very thankful and grateful for that, because with paint and carpet, there's a lot that can change. And I just feel like you walk in and it's modern, but yet you still feel like you're walking into a very 1919 store. And so we really want to keep that feel as well. So no changes that we see right now.
Including the name, right?
Including the name, absolutely. The name, we bought the name, so the name will remain for forever. So, yes.
Is the basement cleaned out, or is
It is. The basement is Kyle will tell you it's very full still, but it's of decor pieces and stuff, but else it is very clean.
It's not like it used to be, Dave.
Yes, no.
Dave
You
remembers
cannot
the
get
basement.
lost down there anymore.
Talk a little bit about why, you worked here for a long time, but why did you want to own this business?
I started to see it, I guess, knowing that this is my true passion. Jewelry I never thought this is what I would ever do in my entire life, let alone work retail for the rest of my life. And, but I came to love it, and I really thank Bill for that, because he is the most gentle, happy soul you'll ever meet. Just brought me to something that I found a love for, and I didn't want to give it up. And this was it's been in the works for a while, I guess, and we've talked about it, thrown the idea around, but timing was just the absolute perfect time right now. And I didn't want to give it up. I love what I do. I love our community. I love being able to be a part of all the different organizations, Owatonna Business Partnership. I'm currently the president of Owatonna Business Women, and I just felt like I fit with all of that, and I love everyone, especially downtown here too. I couldn't leave.
Exciting times in downtown.
And
too.
yes, that was the other thing too. For our block to get finished and to see all of that new modernization to downtown too, I'm really excited to see and get a feel for what that'll be for our community.
Tell us a little story about their son, my grandson, about his comment about signing papers one morning.
So our son is 4.5, and we've talked about this. I don't know if he really knows. I mean, he does. I've worked here his whole life. And we said we bought the jewelry store, and he was like, "Oh, we have to move." I said, "No, buddy, it doesn't work like that." Because we just recently moved, and he said, "Mom, when you buy something, you have to move." And I said, "Well, you'll spend a lot of time here, but we are not moving down here. There's no bedroom for you." So he's very excited. So you will probably see little ones as well, as we are a young family with two littles. We have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old will be 1-year-old daughter. So if you're here, you may see both Rory and Fallon bopping around.
Any big changes from when you started to now that you have noticed, or not much?
Oh my gosh, I would say,
Just within the industry or what?
yeah, you could both ways, I guess. From the business aspect, huge changes for us. We came from pencil and paper to having a full-blown point of sale system that inventories the whole store within a couple of hours for us. Being able to track repairs versus envelopes, which we still love, and we have all of those from Bill too. But it is just really nice to walk in and say, oh, okay, brought this in a couple years ago, and we can see exactly what we did and all of that. And that's one of the, I love being able to see that modernization, but yet doesn't take away from the small town feel of it either. Industry-wise, it's just been really fun to see the trends. A lot of 90s feel is really all the rage again, so if you didn't scrap out that herringbone and you still have it, wear it because they're back again. And so I think that's the other fun thing to see is all of those cycles change over, especially with the bridal, seeing a lot of vintage touches and things that 5 years ago we would have said, oh my gosh, please, no, never. But so it's just fun. And now being here almost 12 years, I can start to say that I've seen cycles already within those 12 years, which is great to see. But yeah, I think that's really about it.
Is this industry experiencing challenges with like supply chain and inventory? Or?
We didn't at first, and we thought we were in the clear. I would say like midsummer, we started to see a lot of things not being, simply watch batteries being back ordered for months. Some findings that we need, we look and we say, oh, and they give us a May ship date and it's January. So yes, we are starting to see the implications of that. We do work really closely with a vendor out of Louisiana that does a lot in-house and makes right in at their location. So that's very helpful, but if we have to source, a lot of our vendors source all over and have factories all over the world, and so we are starting to, and simply if we want to order something, a lot of our vendors are working in 2 teams because of COVID, so if one team goes down, they still have another team that can come in. So Renee went to order something the other day and they told us 5 to 6 weeks, and usually it's a couple of days. So we are starting, and it's being hard, but I think society is starting to see that too and start to understand that things you can't just get at your fingertips anymore too.
Lauren, would you like to introduce Renee?
I know she doesn't
want to be here,
Yes.
but no, not on video. She wants to be here, but this is Renee Teal. She is still with us. Very thankful to have her. She's been here 22 years. Bill hired her part-time, so we are happy to have her back. She's a wealth of knowledge, and she's my sizing queen, so if you need your finger sized, she's my lady. And she's like my second mother, so I'm very happy to have her here with me every day, too. So, yes. Any other questions?
A lot of history in this building.
Yeah.
I know when I first came to town, the tables were down the middle. Carrie remembers those.
So, Lauren, are you planning on hiring anyone else?
At some point, yes, we would like to. I don't know when. We kind of want to get our feet on the ground here and get things figured out, get some more inventory in. Kyle and I are going to our show at the end of the month in Birmingham, so we kind of just want to get things back up and feeling really good about things, and then I think we will visit that.
How many do you employ right now?
It is just the 2 of us. And prior to that, we only had 4. So Matt is gone, and then we also lost one of our, she was here probably 5 years, Nancy also left at the end of the year too.
All the Kottke girls are gone except you?
Renee and I are the only 2 Kottke girls left.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I know. So we'd love to have more. I'd love to keep that tradition alive, so.